Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. We're here once again with the Warriors of Chaos, and Sarthril, the Ever-Watcher, going to be taking on the Ever-Queen, so let's go ahead and jump to the army compositions. Big Bird here is my go-to now in the High Elf matchup. Previously it was probably Kolek, but with the new Sisters of Avalorn, Big Bird is pretty much a hard counter to them. He has heavy missile and magic resistance, and of course Sisters of Avalorn, who my opponent has brought a couple of, do magic, armor-piercing, missile damage. So he's going to be pretty much immune to their fire. In terms of an infantry line, we've gone all shielded with Chaos Marauders, Shielded Chosen, and the Mirror Guard. We've got Weird Spawn to sunder some additional armor, in addition to Big Bird's Plague of Rust and Searing Doom. We've also got the Summoners of Rage. These guys, again, hard counter to Dragon Princes with their magic anti-large AP damage. And we've also got the Soul of Damnation, which I also like quite a bit in this matchup. Good against elite infantry, elite cavalry, elite skirmishers, all of which the High Elves tend to bring. So yeah, for my opponent, let's see here. He's got Olariel, the Ever-Queen, on a horse. Weird to see her not up in the air, but she is indeed plodding it along today. Let's see, front line of spearmen, the two Sisters of Avalorn, another spearman in auxiliary. We've got a Lothern Seaguard out on this side, one unit of Dragon Princes, a Star Dragon, and one unit of Shadow Warriors in Vanguard. Shadow Warriors look really interesting with that, that green color scheme. But anyway, let's go ahead and kick the battle into full gear. You can see, going to be advancing my forces. Those Shadow Warriors did come into visibility, so I'm going to pop a couple shots off on the Soul of Damnation, and we'll watch as those come in here. Unfortunately, due to Shadow Warriors' loose formation, they're actually not going to take that much damage from this. It's only going to take out maybe 1 or 2 unit models per shot. So yeah, not the best. I'm going to eventually start targeting over to these Sisters of Avalorn here. I'm going to move Big Bird forward just to kind of occupy my opponent's attention while I let my Soul of Damnation do some work here. Since my opponent's not advancing, I'm perfectly content to let Big Bird sit here and soak up the light show. Yeah, you can see he's taking very little damage here, and that's because both of these effects apply, the magic resistance and the missile resistance. Both of those effects apply to this fire that's coming in here. So we're going to call down a Searing Doom on one of the Sisters of Avalorn here. A little bit misplaced. Should have been more on the center there, but still gets some good value. Really like that spell against the low armor, high value units that a lot of factions can take now. But yeah, you can see we're retargeting the Soul of Damnation onto these Sisters of Avalorn, and ooh, clean miss there. But I did notice they've nerfed the Hell Cannon's accuracy pretty significantly. The Soul of Damnation, I think, is still worthwhile, but regular Hell Cannons, unless you're manually aiming them, which in a battle like this, you know, I would say you want to be microing your other units, so I wouldn't really say that Hell Cannons are wildly worth it. The Soul of Damnation, because it has a better refire rate and accuracy due to it being a Regiment of Renown, I would definitely say it's a good choice, but you can see Star Dragon tries to come down here and get on Big Bird, but he's slippery enough to get away. The Shadow Warriors are wasting most of their ammo on this cheap unit of Chaos Marauders, which, you know, they've got their shields out. They're going to block some of the shots. They'll take some to the face, but, you know, they're definitely going to die for the Dark Powers in a glorious fashion, so worthy sacrifice. You can see the Soul of Damnation continuing to rain down shots, and the Sisters of Avalorn are taking some heat. Down to 43 unit models there, 57 there, so very unfortunate stuff. Some of those shots also doing some good damage to the Spearmen as well. But yeah, at this point, my opponent's starting to lose out on his advantage a little bit. The Star Dragon's going to have a hard time finding a home. You can see I'm just shadowing wherever the Star Dragon goes with these Summoners of Rage and the Hounds so that we can pin him on the ground and do a ton of damage to him. Looks like he's going to pull up and try and do a breath attack on this Hell Cannon. And I have actually seen the Star Dragon breath attack destroy the Hell Cannon itself, but since he's targeting it from the rear, it doesn't look like it actually destroyed the piece. It did quite a bit of HP damage, didn't actually destroy the artillery piece itself. Now the Star Dragon's going to come down, and this is extremely risky. You can see I'm immediately going to put all my monstrous units, drop an Overcast, Plague of Rust, and then once the Weird Spawn make contact, this Star Dragon's going to be down to 0 armor. So yeah, he's down to 0 armor. Big Bird, the Hounds, we've got the Weird Spawn and the Summoners of Rage all just beating up on him. Looks like the Summoners of Rage actually going over to meet the Lime Princes here. Going to catch them in the flank. Very rough stuff. Those Lime Princes will definitely suffer. Meanwhile, in the front line, it's just Spearmen slugging it out with Chosen and Marauders and so forth. Chosen obviously will beat the crap out of these spearmen. It'll take him some time to cut through them, but the Mirror Guard, same thing. The backline, though, losing out this Star Dragon is going to be huge for my opponent. Big Bird not letting up. All his nasty monsters definitely looking to make a change here. And since we've seen off those Dragon Princes, we're going to pin this Star Dragon up against this rock here so he can't escape and just finish him off. So, yeah, he's pretty much going to be shattered momentarily. Does look like he is indeed shattered now. So, with the Star Dragon gone, you can see the balance powers tipped very decisively in my favor. Not to mention the front line engagement is definitely souring against the High Elves. This unit out on the flank that's getting some missile support from the Lothern Sea Guard will definitely be better. Looks like they're also getting Foz protection there from Alariel. But at this point, it's just not going to be enough. All my opponent's punching power has been negated by, the Hell Cannon blowing up the Sisters of Avalorn, and then also us taking out that Star Dragon. So, yeah, it is going to be victory for the Warriors of Chaos. We'll just kind of soak up some cinematics here of the last few engagements playing out. You can see these Chosen slugging it out with some Spearmen, taking some fire in the side from those Sisters of Avalorn. But, yeah, Sisters of Avalorn pretty decent in this matchup. They can be pretty risky, though, just because they're so expensive. They have pretty light armor, so something like, ranged attacks, shock damage can do a lot of damage to them. So some things to consider. Granted, they do have reasonable melee stats, but yeah, overall it's going to be rough stuff. You can see it looks like Arcane Unforging, interesting. Not sure, must have been a misclick or something. Not 100% sure there, but anyway, it is going to be victory for the Warriors of Chaos. Well played to my opponent. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this one. I think I have enough videos to have 2 a day for every day that I'm gone. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess you guys will know soon enough. But hope you guys have enjoyed the content while I've been gone. When I get back, I'm going to be diving into some more kind of discussion and guide focused content. I have some ideas of some different things I want to do, maybe some tactics analysis, and kind of why I have certain paradigms. I also want to start up a discussion series, but all that is for the future. For today, we're just watching the last of the High Elves get wrapped up here, so fun stuff. In terms of the army breakdown here, yeah, army pretty much functioned 100% as intended. We were able to take down the dragon with the monstrous units, 92 kills on the Soul of Damnation, a lot of that coming against very expensive skirmishers. The Summoners of Rage easily handing those dragon princes their heads on a platter, and then the Chosen just beating it up in the front line. Definitely like this build quite a bit. I've had some pretty good success with it, even against very cav-focused high elf builds. Again, you don't really need the armor necessarily because you have the monstrous units, and Chosen with shields in particular just have so much melee defense. It's so hard to kill them. Even like cycle charging dragon princes are going to have a hard time taking them down just because they have such good melee defense. They have very heavy mass, a great missile block chance, just a lot going for them in this matchup. And especially where you can sunder the armor with Big Bird and the weird spawn and some different things, it really means that you don't necessarily need the AP that comes with something like a great weapon. The halberd's nice for the anti-large bonus, but not having a missile block chance is a huge liability in this matchup now with all the skirmish power the High Elves have. So definitely glad I brought a build that was somewhat resistant to that. For my opponent, Star Dragons, I'm not the biggest fan of dragons in general. I think they're a little bit easily counterable. They're definitely powerful, and in the right situation, if you goon somebody's lord or get a few good breath attacks, they can be devastating, certainly. But overall, I think they can be a little bit of a trap unit because you invest so much in them, and then if they get caught out like that, they're, like I said, relatively easy to counter. So if you were to cut the Star Dragon, you could maybe tank up on some more Dragon Princes. I would also probably cut the Shadow Warriors. I don't feel that they really have a place in this matchup with their lack of AP and being relatively expensive. But other than that, my opponent's army was, reasonably solid. Line of Spearmen with Alariel and supported by some other elite units. It's definitely the right idea, but I would just fine-tune a few things here and there. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so every time I upload a new video, you will be notified. Like I said, I'm on vacations currently, but I should be back very, very soon. I'm not 100% sure when this particular video is going to be going up, but look forward to getting back in it. Let me know in the comments down below what else you guys would like to see too. I'm thinking of expanding to maybe do some other campaigns and stuff, from not only Warhammer, but maybe from other Total War games, maybe doing some other strategy games, or maybe some RPGs, like single-player RPGs, like maybe Fallout, or, you know, other type of things. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys want to see. And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.